Oh, you got your headset on?
Yeah, I got it on. Can't you
got it
see
on.
me?
Well, I've got Audacity up. Yeah, last time we did this, I just spent the entire time looking at the voices on Audacity, not even looking at your face.
Thanks.
Yeah. You sound like a pilot. Hello and welcome to this Cessna 18.
Hello, guys. I'd just like to welcome you on board this Boeing 737 destined towards London. We are.
That's staying in. Guess who's back? Back again. Yes, we are back. A Marvel Sport returns. Not by popular demand, but we are back. Aren't we then?
Has there been any demand? Has there been any demand?
Well, Mum liked it, so that counts.
That's the only thing that counts. Our mother liked it.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
As you'll know from the
Cannot
start,
wait for the next episode.
don't hold it so close. As you'll know from Ben's microphone, he's now a pilot. No, he's not. He's just got a headset on because last week he sounded like he was speaking from Oslo without a microphone. So hopefully he'll be a bit louder this week. He'll be able to talk over me louder than he did last week. No, not last week. That's ambitious. It was about a month ago.
It was a while ago. Alright, okay, you're rambling again. Let's get off. Well, what's the first item?
Well, item number uno. Do you want to chat about some football?
Why not? Why not? Let's go for it.
Because the season has finally started, unless you're a Norwich fan. Wish it hadn't have fucking started now. I was enjoying the summer. I really was. And then
It's been alright if you're a Canary fan.
we have conceded 7 goals.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. I don't know of any teams that are doing worse. But not off the top of my head anyway. Newcastle. There you go, Newcastle. Suck shit, Jacob Murphy. Right. Neymar. Yeah, I'm not bitter about that, by the way, at all. Not bitter about it at all. Don't care. Move on. Shut up, Ben. Shut up.
A little bit. But yes, Neymar, what do you reckon about this?
Dodgy. Dodgy.
Dodgy?
You hear how the transfer action, from my knowledge, right? The people that own PSG, the Qatari people, paid Neymar the £198 million or whatever to buy himself out of his own contract.
Yeah, I read this.
It's just
because if PSG buy him, then they breach the financial fair play, don't they?
It's bollocks. And they're going for Mbappe, 130 million quid. Where'd they get that from?
It's been done.
It's been done.
Probably there may be a similar way. Well, I don't think it's been done yet, but I'm pretty sure it's in the
because the
pipeline
way
to
it
be
works
done.
in Spain for some reason. Why do they have to be different? But I'm not going to insult the Spanish. I like the Spanish, but sort it out. Because in La Liga,
I don't think it's anything to do with the Spanish.
No, but
I think it's more the French.
in La Liga, when you have a buyout clause, the player has to pay that buyout clause, not the clubs.
Is that true?
That's my knowledge of it. Yeah, that the players have to.
No. Surely not. Surely, when a player has a buyout clause, they have a buyout clause. Say a player.
Yeah,
you get a lot of young players. Well, every player will have a buyout clause in a Spanish team, and basically it's high enough so that if a club comes sniffing around them, the buyout clause is like a big fu.
It's obviously not high enough.
It's just like that. I mean, if a club meets the buyout clause, then they have to pay it. But not many clubs can afford Neymar's buyout clause, which is what 100 and. What was his buyout clause?
I thought it was 200 million euros roughly, and then rising to 225 million next year.
I mean, that makes sense because that's what they paid for him. But if PSG pay 200 million euros to buy Neymar out of the contract, then they're going to breach the financial fair play because they lose an X amount of money over a period of time. I'm not sure on the rules or how much they lose, but that's what I gather. That's why they did it.
Again.
Because I don't think there's anything in the rules saying that a player can't buy out his own buyout clause.
Again,
but
Ben.
no players have like fucking 200 million sitting around.
Again, not doing your research.
That cleaners thing.
Not doing your research. Don't come on here, start spitting nonsense if you've not got facts to back it up.
Spitting fire.
Yeah, alright. No, we've had enough diss tracks and fire on YouTube recently, alright? Let's just leave it, alright? Oh, Grandad over there doesn't know what I'm talking about. 25 now. Oh, getting old.
It's going to be...
Anyway, moving on. Barcelona splashing the cash. Paulinho, just quickly, I thought I'd mention that. His keepy-ups.
This is probably my favourite transfer of the summer.
Why? What? I reckon Barcelona are just sitting there, just going...
Sign someone who...
Barcelona are just sitting there going, we just got money. Fuck it. Let's buy some shitbird. Let's buy someone. Who cares? Who?
But like, Paulinho. But like, surely they could have bought someone better.
Yes. Or maybe got a little bit of a chip. Who's negotiating for that Chinese club he came from? Again, I haven't done my research. Who's the negotiator?
Why is that for that?
But seriously, he needs to be he needs to be negotiating Brexit, not football transfers. Because however, was it £36 million they got? Insane.
Yeah, for Paulinho, I mean, he was a Spurs flop.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Barcelona are also in for is it Ousmane Dembele from Borussia Dortmund? I think he would be a very good... That's more like it, Barca. £138 million.
That's someone he looks a very, very good player. And he's still young as well. With the name Dembele, like, seriously, that has got to be the... if you have the name Dembele, it's like you're guaranteed to be a professional footballer.
There's that young kid at Celtic.
Maybe if we change our name to Dembele, does it still have the same effect?
I'm not sure. You know, I started a FIFA career at Barnet recently. Wow, that's nerdy. There's a point to this. There was a Dembele at centre back.
Yeah, what actually like come as like a youth player on FIFA?
No, genuinely, he was an existing player, Dembele. I can't remember his first name because I sold him in January because I needed the money. But he was a French Dembele. Big up to any Barnet fans listening. I have revolutionised that club. Leave him alone.
Big up the Barnet massive.
I'm not having any Barnet beef, alright?
Was it a bit dodgy, is it, Barnet beef?
Oh, Trigger's been drinking the water around there for years.
Barnet beef is actually horse.
It's not. For legal reasons, it's not. Shall we move things on to the Champions League and League Cup draws?
Yes.
Champions League. Can we start with what possibly could be the worst Champions League group of all time?
It sounds interesting. Please go ahead.
Monaco, Porto, Besiktas, and Red Bull Leipzig.
Oh shit! Yeah.
No one is watching any of. Maybe if it has Monaco, Porto, or if someone else is on the other channel, you're not watching that league. You know, if in Australia. If Ninja Warrior's on, you're watching that. That's finished though, isn't it? Shit, that's finished. But, you know, if Coronation Street's on, you're flicking over. No one's going to stay up to watch Red Bull Leipzig with Besiktas for third spot in the Europa League. I don't understand how that's happened. But, alternatively...
Monaco won.
Yeah, good, big up Monaco. They did win their league. That's why it's happened. Because Monaco were in pot 1. But Group H, what did Tottenham do?
Yes. This is what I was going to just about to say. Group H is looking bloody marvellous.
Ooh, language. It does look absolutely incredible.
Marvellous.
Madrid, Spurs, is it Dortmund?
Yeah, Madrid,
and
Dortmund,
the might of the Cyprian giant that is Apoel.
Apol, same thing.
Whatever. some
Talking
tasty
about,
fixtures in there. I didn't
Giants,
look up.
I just want
Sorry?
to give a quick little mention. So I apologise if there is anyone from Azerbaijan listening to this. Probably isn't.
Yes, I was going to say this.
How do you say this? How do you say Quarrier bag? Carrier bag?
Well, apologies to anybody in Karabag.
Carrier bag football club.
That's what it sounds like.
Azerbaijani football club, the first club from Azerbaijan to ever be in the Champions League.
Well done
Isn't
to
that
them.
fantastic?
I think from now on we shall follow the Azerbaijani league and see how Karabag are getting on. Karabag. Yeah. That is going to be, we've just decided that just then, that is our feature league from now on. We will check in on the Azerbaijanis and see how they're getting on. What do you reckon?
I mean, is there any Mkhitaryan? Is he from Azerbaijan?
No, he's from Armenia, isn't he?
Armenia. Is he Armenian?
I think so.
He could be. I'm pretty sure he's Armenian. Yes, yeah. Apologies. Sorry.
That's all right. It's all right, Ben. That's not being offensive. That's.
He's what?
That's not being offensive. Don't worry. There's not Romanians going. He said Romanian. Yeah, they're fine. It's all right.
We're gonna hunt him down and fucking. We're gonna get him.
I'm just.
Oh, jeez.
I'm looking for the Azerbaijani league on. Here we go. Azerbaijani Premier League on live score. All Karabag sit in second. 2 wins from 2. There's only 8 teams in it. 8 teams! The Western Australian Division 1's got more teams in it than that. Wait, I don't get it. You know, he finished mid-table. He finished 6th, right? Or 4th. That means you could be a point away from relegation and miss out on the Champions League on goal difference.
That's quite a league. That's a roller coaster league. That is.
We will definitely be looking out for these fixtures. The weekend.
We will be checking in each week.
Karabag. We've got to find out how to pronounce it first. Karabag FK play. Here's another one.
Yeah.
This weekend, Karabag FK play FK Kabla. Qabala. They playing Scrabble?
We really need to learn how to pronounce these names.
We will do our pronunciation lessons. We will follow that like mature, respectable broadcasters and not laugh at the amount of Q's and FKs that occur in the names. Wasn't there a Slovenian team in this draw as well?
What team, sorry?
In Liverpool's group. What group are Liverpool in? I don't think I've got that written down. Yes, Group A. No. I haven't got that written down. Well, that's embarrassing. We'll cut that.
Moscow, Seville, and Maribor.
Maribor, yes, they're from Slovenia. I think there's that town. I looked it up today. 95,000 people.
Really?
Yeah. So you could fit the entire population of that city in Wembley Stadium, and there'd be about. Well, I think you could, couldn't you?
Well, there'd be 5,000 people. You'd be 5,000 people standing outside.
Near enough.
Because Wembley's 90,000.
Alright, you could fit him in the Maracanã then. Fucking.
You could fit him in La Bombonera. There you go, in Brazil.
La Bombonera Stadium. No, but it appears in, for those of you who didn't get that Mike Bassett football reference, unsubscribe and get lost now. No, don't unsubscribe. Don't be silly.
Just, if you haven't seen Mike Bassett Football Manager, you need to watch, because it is one of the classic.
The greatest, possibly my favourite film ever made. No, we're not sponsored.
Yeah. But if Mike Bassett does want to, he wouldn't really sponsor us, would he? But just go and watch it.
He probably wouldn't.
Go and watch
Group
it,
D. Group D looks.
Moving on.
I just want to talk quickly about Juventus Barcelona because I think that could be a cracking game.
Yes.
I didn't look up the actual
I was hoping for Paris. I was hoping for PSG and Barca. If I'm being
So
honest.
was I. So I can tell you what though, there are some. Every group has interesting games in it. I know I took the piss out of Group G, but even so,
It's a cracking draw.
some decent little games in there. Atletico, yeah, and then Roma, Karabag, as well. Yeah, I'm much looking forward to everyone's away trip to Karabag because it's like in Azerbaijan, so it's like 8 hours away, which is.
It's gonna be it's gonna be. Mind you, they're gonna have to travel like every other.
Ooh,
Like,
yeah.
it's gonna be long.
If they win a game, I will go mental.
I mean, I'm not expecting them to uproot any trees anyway, but
Why would there be uprooting trees?
you know, it's a figure of speech there. Like, come on.
Look at that, taking it
Just a
out,
figure of speech.
taking out on trees. Oh, last week it was locking up foreigners on a cage on a boat, and now it'll rip up trees. What is your problem?
Still agree with that.
Oh, unbelievable. The stunning news, that's a link, I'm claiming that link. The absolutely revolutionary possible transfer, Gary Cahill to Juventus.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I saw it on the BBC Sport gossip column page. It's obviously true. Do not ask me for the source. I won't tell you it.
Did they watch the first game of the season?
Yeah.
How long was it? 20? Was it 24 minutes he was on the
What,
pitch?
20 minutes though? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I reveal the source now, and no, it wasn't the Sunday Sport. Yeah, it was the Sun.
I mean, like
So,
English.
it was the Sun.
English central defenders. I mean, basically, they lost Giorgio Chiellini, and they want to replace him with Gary Cahill.
That is like losing a Ferrari from your private garage and trying to replace it with a Ford Vauxhall with a Ford Vauxhall with a Fiat Panda that's got a nice paint job. Like,
Okay. I can't see that going ahead.
unless you're James May, it's not going to go ahead because he has a Fiat Panda. Oh, League
I mean,
Cup.
Italy is never short of defenders.
No, it is not. Juventus Academy, though, shocking. They never produce anyone. Probably why they're going in for players like Gary fucking Cahill. Whoops. We'll bleep that. We can cut that out.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, I think Cahill is good. I mean, it's not that I don't rate him as a defender. It's just how he would get on in the Italian league.
Yeah.
English players genuinely don't move abroad.
I don't know why.
They don't do well abroad.
I would absolutely love it for someone like Harry Kane. Or, not Harry Kane. He's doing well at Tottenham. But
The one person I think needs to move abroad is Jack Wilshere.
Yes. Apparently Milan was sniffing around this time last year.
Yeah, they were. I remember that before he went to Bournemouth. I mean, like last season, Bournemouth were better without Wilshere.
It's a shame.
I mean, he's not going to get in the Arsenal squad. Yeah. He's a fantastic talent. Like, you see what happened in the under-20s match?
Yes, I did.
Where
he was scrapping and stuff.
He pushed over the kid from Man City. But he needs to move abroad somewhere. Italy would benefit him, definitely. Somewhere where the game is a bit slower, perhaps, and they use the midfield. He's not going to get a game in a team in the bottom half of the Prem because they're going to play a bit more direct. He can't get a game for Arsenal. I can't imagine any other team would take a bet on him. His best move would be to go abroad.
What about somewhere in Spain?
Spain, I reckon, would work.
I just don't know. English play. You know what English people are like abroad?
He's a
why can't I get fish and chips over here? Because you're eating paella like a normal civilised person, mate. Shut up.
He's a very English lad.
Yeah.
He's that's what I mean. Like British players rather, don't tend to do very well abroad.
Apart from Gary Lineker did alright. Beckham did really well abroad.
Beckham did very, very well, and it's still that's a credit to Beckham and to how professional Beckham was.
Yeah, I think a lot of
He
people.
was a true professional.
A lot of people don't fully appreciate David Beckham for me as a player. You know, he wasn't just whipped in a few good crosses and then did his hair. His work rate was phenomenal, up and down. He wasn't a quick winger, but he was able to. Get into those positions to whip those crosses in and things like that.
No one's got a better right foot. I've not seen anyone with a better right foot.
No. Yeah. Phenomenal. I just remember that goal against Greece. Oh, what a goal. What a goal.
World Cup qualifier.
What a goal. Brilliant.
What a player.
League Cup. Can we talk about the League Cup? Well, Carabao Cup, as it's now known. It was uproar.
The what cup?
I think it's the Carabao Cup. It's an energy drink. Third time lucky. Yeah, I know. Third time lucky in the draw. They finally didn't manage to balls it up, which was kind of disappointing, really. But everybody was hoping for a balls up. But everybody was complaining in England that it was done at like 4 a.m. I thought it was fine. It was 11 o'clock in Western Australia. It was fine. I was at uni. I saw the results come up. It was fine. I have no problems with it.
But yeah, 4:15 a.m.
In China.
Why?
Because it was done in China.
Who's that?
China.
It was done in China.
China.
Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know what. The first round draw was done in Thailand, for God's sake. I have no idea why.
Oh yeah, the sponsor.
Yes.
Carrier Bar is home of the competition sponsor, Thailand.
Well, there you go. Don't say you don't learn anything listening to this podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
Can I talk about some of
increased popularity in China? So let's talk about the draw. Let's see.
Yeah. Burton have an away trip to Manchester United. How good is that? That'll be it. That's Jackson Irvine, Australian, will be.
That'll be nice for Burton.
Maybe not playing. And there's a few good ties in the League Cup actually. People don't give it the respect it deserves. Leicester have drawn Liverpool. That'll be a cracking game, I reckon.
Mm.
You sound really into that. Manchester City have got West Brom. Yeah. Tony Pulis up against his arch nemesis in Guardiola. And obviously Norwich have got Brentford away. We're definitely going to win the League Cup.
Probably the match of the round, I think.
Yeah, I think so because we're odds-on favourites. I think. What with?
Oh yeah, I hope so. But you got the battle of the South Coast as well.
Nelson Oliveira. Sorry, talking over you.
The battle of the South Coast, Brighton versus Bournemouth.
Aren't Brighton and Bournemouth like miles apart?
No, they're both on the South Coast, aren't they?
Yeah, but Plymouth and Portsmouth.
I mean, it's Brighton, it's Portsmouth and Bournemouth are the one that close.
Yeah, but it's they're on the South Coast. I'll take your point. I
mean, look at Norwich Ipswich. They're miles apart, and
they're 45 miles apart. Ben, I'm pretty sure Portsmouth and Brighton and Bournemouth are over 100 miles. Is it not?
I don't actually know.
Because I looked
think
it up.
they're that far apart.
Plymouth and Portsmouth. Portsmouth is closer to Ipswich than it is Plymouth, which is insane.
There we go. Why don't Portsmouth have a Portsmouth should have a rivalry with Ipswich then instead of Plymouth.
Getting a bit angry.
It's the South Coast. It's the South Coast. It's Brighton. Oh yeah, they're quite
Brighton Bournemouth. That should be an interesting match nonetheless.
We need to sort of. Oh, but there's a Yorkshire derby as well. We're forgetting about the Yorkshire derby.
Oh, Yorkshire. Who's playing in that one?
Yorkshire. Burnley v Leeds.
Hate to break it to you, Ben, but Burnley's in Lancashire.
Okay, it's a Lancashire derby.
Well, Leeds is in Yorkshire. It's a North derby. Lancashire.
No,
You could have gone with the Battle of the
If I'm being
Roses,
honest.
Yorkshire, Lancashire rivalry, perfectly understandable.
Yeah, it's the fucking War of the Roses again.
No,
isn't it?
that is basically racism, what you've just done there, Ben.
What, the War of the Roses? How
No.
is that being racist?
You've said that Burnley is in Yorkshire. That is basically
No, you just
racist.
piss a few people off from Lancashire, that's all.
Ooh, look at
From
that. You hear
Lancashire,
that,
can't
ladies
say
and
the word,
gentlemen?
do They
You
don't
thought-
say the word "the" anyway, it's
You
fine.
thought I was the controversial one. Have a look at him.
What, Lancashire?
Lancashire. Because Jimmy Anderson, England cricketer, is a Burnley fan. He's a Lancashire legend. So, random bit of trivia for you. We'll cut that silence out. That was
There we
shit.
go. And if I'm being honest, I had no idea that Burnley was in Lancashire.
Wow. He knows his geography. So tell me.
It's okay. In my defence, it's bloody close to the border.
Yeah, but Seoul in Korea is very close to the North Korean border. Doesn't mean that it's a
Dude,
part
like,
of North Korea, is it?
Have you seen how close Leeds and Burnley are?
No.
Okay, it is. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's about 60 miles.
Yeah, but England's small, Ben. Lots of places are
Yeah, but
close
it's about
to each
60
other.
miles.
But it's still Lancashire, Yorkshire. Why have we spent 10 minutes discussing this, Ben? For God's sake.
Well, I'm just saying it's going to be more of a derby then. It's going to
Well,
be more of a
I
rivalry.
wasn't denying that Lancashire and Yorkshire is a derby, but it's not a Yorkshire derby.
No, I know. I made a mistake.
Yeah, you did, because you're not doing your
People make
fucking
mistakes.
research, are you? Honestly. Again, mardelersport@gmail.com. Email me. I need someone in Perth to do these podcasts with. Someone who actually
just
does their
email.
research.
Just an email in general. I mean, have you? An email in general would be nice, but we need to get more of these out. Anyway, I think we need to possibly move on. I've got something I want to talk about actually.
Ooh, makes a change.
It's football related.
That was a bit Frank Spencer.
It is it's predictions, some Premier League predictions.
Oh, I like the sound of this.
And it-
I don't like
It's,
predictions personally. It's a mugs game. But
you
go
don't
on.
know what?
Predictions.
It's Paul Merson's predictions.
Oh, you notice how I said it's a mugs game and you mentioned Paul Merson. Oh, this should be fun. Go on, enlighten me.
So
Enlighten me.
I mean, to be fair, looking at them, they're all right. They're not bad.
Has he gone for
Exactly.
Leicester to get relegated?
No,
No. All the foreign managers in the bottom half.
no, he's got Man City a winner.
Ooh, okay. But then
Man
again, I
City's
thought
the
he would
winner,
have...
which I would agree with. I would be. I mean, I think it's going to be between City, United, and Tottenham.
Tottenham,
Chelsea
that's
did do very well against Tottenham.
interesting.
It depends if Tottenham can actually win a game at Wembley.
The Wembley
At
factor,
home.
yeah, the Wembley factor.
It's gonna be a long season for them.
Yeah, predictably, I bet he's got Watford, Burnley and Huddersfield to go down.
Very, very close.
See,
Watford, Brighton, and Huddersfield.
Huddersfield, foreign manager. What do you know about the Premier League? And then what was the other one?
Watford again.
What, he's got Watford to go down, foreign manager again.
Yeah,
He hates
Marco
Marco
Silva.
Silva. I don't know why. Marco Silva, like 7 games at home at Hull. He had an absolutely astounding record at Portugal. I forget the club he used to manage there, and in Greece as well. And then I remember on Sky Sports he was going,
No,
what?
no, Olympiacos.
Yeah, Galatasaray in Turkey. Oh Jesus, this is
Yes, I know
pathetic
it's in
now.
Turkey.
This is taking the piss. Fucking Jesus. Well, I just remember
It's
Paul
the
Merson
first thing that
saying.
came out of my mouth.
I just remember Paul Merson saying on whatever it was. So, what do you know about the Premier League, eh? What do you know about? Oh, I'll give it to someone in the Championship or League One. What do they know about the Premier League, Paul? They're in League One for a reason, you know. He goes and nearly keeps Hull up, even if they come up against Tottenham. I think that's when they lost at home. He did very well. He got an opening day draw against Liverpool. I think he's a really good manager. I don't think Watford will struggle this year.
Yeah. Now Silva looks very, very good.
What are his other predictions, please?
And I got to say, he's got Huddersfield to finish bottom, but Huddersfield are looking very good.
That's wrong. I'm sorry, no chance.
They're looking. It's a long season. We're not even out of August yet. But
yeah, but still, he's got no hair, but we
good.
don't care. Aaron Moy.
Newcastle look like they're going to struggle.
I think they will. Yeah.
I mean, West Ham as well are going to struggle.
Yes, but the Chicharito factor, the little P.
The little P. Oh, he's a quality little player. He is.
He's just scores. He doesn't do it. He just scores. You can't help but love the guy. He always pops up with the goal.
For me is Everton.
Yeah, I was thinking they were going to struggle maybe a little bit, but they've actually started. I don't know, 2 games in. Can't make too many revelations about 2 games, but they do look like they might be bubbling under the surface a little bit. Everton, under the radar, I think.
Not really under the radar. How much money they've spent?
Yeah, but no one's really talking about them too much because you've got Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Liverpool.
I think to be a success, Everton they have to be. They have to finish above 7th, 6th in the Premier League.
I think if they could crack the top 6, that would be a successful season for them. But my argument is, who drops out of that top 6 for Everton to come in?
Well, yeah, that's the trouble.
I mean, I actually think I could see Liverpool dropping out.
Yeah.
Because
I wouldn't. It's incredibly tough. To pick someone to drop out that top 6.
Absolutely.
Like, United are looking very, very good. United are looking like a Mourinho team.
They've played like 2 poor sides, in my opinion.
Again, the teams they've played haven't been spectacular.
I think Swansea will go down.
Swansea,
apparently,
I think they'll be there or thereabouts. I mean, they were very, very close last season until they brought in
Paul.
What's his name?
Paul Clement.
Paul Clement.
His English is superb.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it?
This is the reason I think they will go down, Swansea. You know, they got a lot of money for Gylfi Sigurdsson, 49 million or something like that, £49 million.
Yeah, something insane like that.
They're going to reinvest that money in Nasser Chadli for £25 million. Now, to put that transfer into a little bit of context, Swansea City are going to pay £25 million for Nasser Chadli. Do you know who Nasser Chadli plays for? West Bromwich Albion. What the actual heck is going on with football? Swansea
that is a strange one.
Should not be paying £25 million for a West Bromwich Albion player. West Brom should not be getting a player off their books for £25 million. It's ridiculous.
That's the way football's going, though.
It's mental. Only in England, though.
Players.
Only in England. There's 2 markets now. One for English-based players and one for everybody else. And then China, third one. China again. No, it's crazy. I don't know whether it's just going to collapse and burn and die and there's going to be no more professional football, or whether it's just going to keep rising exponentially until we're signing players for £1 billion. Because I remember...
there's players... Sorry, go on.
I remember when Gareth Bale was sold to Real Madrid for the measly fee of 80-odd million quid. Later that year, India sent something into space, a rocket, obviously, not just something, a rocket, for £40 million. Real Madrid could have gone to space and bought a shitter player. And Neymar, I looked this up. I urge you to look all these things up.
Money left over.
Yeah, I urge you to look this up, actually. The things you can buy with Neymar's transfer. He's got enough money to have a private Beyonce concert every month. For 198 million, right? You could do that. For 198 million pounds, you could buy everyone in Namibia an IKEA coffee table. I love the idea of PSG just swooping down and go, coffee tables for everyone's, and all these Namibians going,
I want to see.
How the hell do you set this thing up? Oh, you need an Allen key. What the fuck is that? trying to just squirt in. All the wives go in there. Did you look at the instructions? No, I don't need. You need the instructions. Just all 2.98 million people in one massive argument because none of them can put up these coffee tables. All because of Neymar. But yeah, football in money. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Football in money.
Football and money.
Football in money. Yeah.